Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 45-year-old Texas resident Jason Farris was seen maneuvering to the front of a police line on January 6th. This occurred on the Lower West Plaza. And Farris was seen pointing at the officers. He was yelling at them. He used homophobic slurs to insult them. And then he said, quote, "You ain't shit. Ain't none of you shit." I would take that as a compliment, but okay. As he said this, Farris pushed one of the officers' batons with his hand. And then a few seconds later, several members of the mob grabbed a police barricade and they attempted to pull it away from the officers. Well, as the officers were distracted and they were trying to hold on to the barricade, Farris walked up behind them. He got around them and walked up behind them and he shoved one of the officers with both hands. So the officer was knocked to the ground. The officer obviously let go of the barricade at that point as he fell. And so that allowed Farris and the rest of the mob to yank the barricade away. They passed it back to the crowd, and that left a gap in the police line, and so it allowed the mob to surge forward toward the Capitol. So Farris advanced toward the building, and he and two other men commandeered a window washing scaffolding. You guys might have seen this. It was hanging off the side of the Capitol. So they got on the scaffolding, they moved it up to a window, and then Farris was seen striking the window with a flagpole. So he was trying to break the glass. Luckily, he was unsuccessful. And then eventually they came down. But Farris was later seen entering the Capitol. He walked in through a breech door. And according to Farris, he exited the building a short time after he entered because he saw officers with guns. So Farris was arrested on February 8th of 2023, and he was charged with civil disorder, assaulting officers, entering a restricted building or grounds, disorderly conduct in a restricted building or grounds, and physical violence in a restricted building or grounds. So in October of 2023, Farris pleaded guilty to the assault charge, and he faced up to 8 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested a sentence of only 27 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. A pathetically weak sentence considering his lengthy criminal history. So get comfy. This is going to take a while. In 1997, Farris was convicted of criminal damage to property. 2 weeks later, he was convicted of possession of cocaine. The same year, 1999, he was convicted of driving under the influence. In 2001, he was again convicted of driving under the influence. The same year, he was convicted of possession of weed. In 2002, Farris was convicted of driving with a suspended license. The following year, he was convicted of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Then, again in 2003, Farris was convicted of resisting a peace officer. That same year, he was convicted a third time of criminal trespass. Then, in 2005, he was convicted of transporting or carrying alcoholic liquor. Yes, all of these charges are very dated. I will give you that. But it shows a pattern of having no respect for the law. It just shows he believes the rules don't apply to him. I wonder why he supports someone like Donald Trump, huh? Anyway, U.S. District Judge Amy Berman Jackson presided over Farris' January 6 case, and when all was said and done, she sentenced Farris to 18 months in prison, 2 years of probation, and a $2,000 fine. Decent, I guess, but she really should have given the prosecutor what they asked for. And the judge is actually allowing Farris to travel to see his son graduate in June. So it sounds like he's not going to have to surrender for prison for quite some time. You know, whatever happened to fuck around and find out? Whatever happened to suffering the consequences of your actions? Anyway, I will let you know if I hear any more. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. I will talk with you soon.